because of the title. Fight me.
Oh my god. So confrontational off the start, Mason.
I know. It's not the best Borderlands game.
I cannot for the life of me tell why anyone would claim it's the best Borderlands game.
Because it's the newest.
It's objectively, I go out and live and say it's not actually a bad game.
No.
It's not a very good Borderlands game, but it isn't a bad game.
So we're gonna start a new game and just rant through the entirety of this game about why we kind of hate this game, but why we also enjoy playing it to an extent.
This is a really Dark Souls 2 game.
Quick, who's the worst character? We have to play as them. Say it up off the top of your head at the end of the countdown. 3, 2, 1, Flack.
Zane. I think Zane's the worst.
Power-wise, maybe. I'd still say he has, like, the most fun. One of the most funs.
His stuff is he has an interesting concept, but you know what? I changed my mind. I think Amara is the worst.
I kind of enjoy some of her stuff, but yeah, I'm still gonna say Flack because it's basically easy mode, the game. Don't even fire your gun, the game.
You're asking a difficult question there, Mason, because it's like asking a parent which one's their favorite child, or like asking me which do I like more, Grace or Peridot.
I think that should be an easy question if you have to choose between your fiance and your cat.
It is an easy question. I just, Grace is in the living room and I'm just trying to tease her with my questions.
Oh my gosh. What kind of fiance
Grace,
are
get
you?
her out of the sack. She put the cat in a paper sack.
The cat put herself in there.
And you know what? The intro of this game is actually pretty decent, so I don't know why you would want to skip it.
Yeah. Honestly, it's the best intro in this entire series, in my opinion. Because Borderlands 2 is a little bit boring, because following Claptrap through a frozen wasteland just takes a bit too much time, in my opinion.
Borderlands 1 might be better.
Maybe. It does immediately get you into the action, at least. Well, the pre-sequels is okay. But yeah, I wouldn't compare it to this one. This one's fun.
This and Borderlands 1 do have decent intros.
Yeah. The entirety of this game is, I played for 20 minutes, wow, I don't want to pick this up for the next 5 years.
Or like, man, I just played for 3 hours and I felt nothing.
I felt zero joy. The only amount of any happiness I had was the podcast I had playing in the background.
You know what? If you want a game to just completely tune out, and like, oh, I want to listen to this podcast, but I don't want to just listen to this podcast, put on Borderlands 3. You can play with your brain in the back room. You know, one of the things about Borderlands I always liked was the fact that you could just get completely decimated out of nowhere. Like, holy crap, this is super freaking difficult. Who wants to play the game easy? I don't understand that.
Alright, here we go.
You want to hear a story, huh? A tale of adventure across the stars. Come, listen.
I do like the intro movie thing.
A story for you.
Yeah, those have always been pretty cool. I just have never... I mean, I think I told you this, Mason. I kind of wish that they didn't go to different planets.
Greed and violence. And it is.
Yeah.
But if you've got skills,
fair enough.
pay the bills.
All the other planets suck. Like,
well, Meridian is fun, and Meridian is fun, and...
You say the word Meridian, and I know that that's a planet. I don't remember it. Is that like the last one?
No, that's the first one. You know, the one you go to with the Malawan War?
The Atlas one? The Atlas one.
Yeah.
It's not fun, man. I completely
compared
disagree.
to everything
That's not
else
fun.
in this game, it is fun.
Sure, the shit sandwich is slightly better than getting shot.
I'm not gonna complain about everybody's favorite punching bag that much. There's been enough complaint about her.
I don't even think most of it's warranted. I think she just gets the funnel for some reason. God, character designs got so fucking weird in this game.
Did I show you when I went in a Discord? I like this actress for Lilith.
Commander of the Crimson Raiders. The bandits you fought are part of a cult hunting for the vault pack.
I just think the fact that they have a live action person do it is weird.
Well, you know why they did it, right?
No.
Angel.
Because Angel in the first game was a live action.
First and second.
It's weird. It's just weird. It was weird in that game, and it's weirder in this one.
Oh, Evan, you want to hear something funny?
Sure.
I did not delete my other characters, so I can literally go to the vault and grab legendaries right off the bat.
Seriously?
Yeah, once the vault's open, I can grab legendaries.
Oh my god.
Because that's how unrare they are. I have a vault that is almost too full with legendaries.
You know what? Yeah.
Wow, that's ugly as hell. What just happened?
What?
I can't move or change my camera angle.
I can't either.
Oh, there we go. What was that?
What are you?
Assassin 1. By the way, Demon Could Weep. Devil May Cry reference. Kind of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, if you want to see what I am, here's what I am.
Are you a pigeon, Mason?
Big Gawk, motherfucker.
You know, something I wanted to talk to you about, Mason, with our problems with this game was the DLC. We talked about it for like a quick second before we started streaming, but it makes no sense that they offer 2 season passes.
It's not just this game, though.
What do you mean?
I know other games that do it as well.
I know that certain games do have seasons to them, like a lot of the Warzone, Fortnite games have seasons. A lot of like multiplayer games have seasons. But I think that in this context, the season pass is kind of effed up. Mason?
Oh, it's just for the spider on my back. Yeah.
Can we play the game?
What are you talking about? We're totally playing the game right now.
I've got to customize my character for an hour, Evan. It's part of the game.
Hour. It's how you get all the fans on Twitch, Evan. Where's my space cat? There it is. Okay, I'm done. Let's go.
I'm far too humble to say how great I look right now.
I'm sorry I like to be fashionable, Evan.
I'm sorry you don't have drip, Evan. You see, this is the dumb Borderlands shit that I hate. Like, the whole thing here is that Claptrap is obviously just being a dumbass and wasting time because you can just run out here and nothing bad happens. But I know that they're jokingly wasting time, but it genuinely does just waste time.
All they had to do was literally make it, you can either wait with him, or you can go press it yourself. Oh, dang.
You get a pistol? Are we dueling? Did you agree to a duel?
I don't know, did I, Evan? I'm so bad at aiming. Ah. I've been defeated.
Oh, it just straight up kills you?
Well, it gave me the choice.
Oh, it let you be revived or you just die?
Yeah, I just kind of hit the die button. I will say, never play this game on your own. Play it with friends. This game is not fun when you're alone.
It's really not. None of the Borderlands games are as fun. But
That's
like
true.
Borderlands 2 is fun. Playing by yourself. I still think it's fun.
Yeah.
Pre-sequel, still fun. Borderlands 1 and this one are not fun playing by yourself.
I've had fun playing Borderlands alone.
Oh my god, I can't handle the fucking intros of these games. I know we said it's a good intro, but sometimes Borderlands is just really long-winded.
Yeah.
Especially when you've played it more than once.
I can understand why they didn't go for midgets anymore. I respect that. But you want
I
to
think
hear
that was a great
something
decision.
sad?
Some
Tank is
people are
also a
pissed.
slur.
Is it really?
Yes! Or Tinker is. Tinker is a slur.
For who?
It's-
For who?
I can't remember exactly, but it's a race. It's like, I believe, Middle Eastern in origin as a slur.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely not good. At least it's not a well-known one. Like, I don't think many people know about that.
True.
You know what is a small change that I do appreciate? I think I brought this up to you a long time ago when the game first came out.
Yeah.
Is, at the very fucking least, they have made the bandits not just all white people anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And they're not just all
I don't know
men
if you
either.
remember this. I don't know if you remember this, but Borderlands had that DLC that was like what's his name? Hammerlock. Hammerlock's Big Game Hunt, right?
Yes.
It was that DLC, and that DLC was clearly like coded to take place in what seemed like kind of a part African, maybe part like South American vibe, right?
It does take
And
place on
all
a
of-
different planet, but yes, it was kind of
It
coded
does.
that way.
But it's coded like that, and it's the only time in any Borderlands game that the bandits are black. And they're not even called bandits, and they all look pretty goddamn racist. Did you level up?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, which one do I want?
Recruit, there's no way you're
Screw grenade.
It's-
You know what I want?
Shields.
I don't want the shoulder cannon. Give me the Sentinel and the Doppelganger.
Has anyone ever... I wonder if anyone has ever played Zane and has said, you know what? I think I'm gonna keep the grenades.
I have before.
Really?
But the
How was
thing
it?
is, the Sentinel literally just drops grenades for you, so like... Oh, yeah, you
do-
said you found out why they were changing McCree's name.
Right, so I found this out from TikTok, so if it's not true, sorry for misleading you. But what I heard on TikTok was that McCree was named after somebody at Blizzard Activision. One of the people who left due to the recent scandals.
Oh.
Yeah. So they decided to change his name because of a storyline that's coming up, and they wanted to make it not... They didn't want to give that person more, like, credit or something. This is such an easy boss. It kind of makes me sad. I don't know if it's just me being kind of a complainer that this boss is easy. Do you remember Nine Toes from Borderlands 1?
Yeah.
He was a pretty hard boss. He was the first boss of the game, and he was relatively difficult.
Go, Sentinel. Go, clone. And he's dead.
It's fine.
It's a KIA on the knife-wielding maniac.
Mason, I have to tell you, my dastardly plan was to pick Moe's just so I could steal all of your kills.
Really?
No.
Oh.
But Moe's is stupid.
Let me just
Moe's
get a
and
grenade. Or a
Moe's
nuke.
and Flak are on the same level, in my opinion.
The fact you get a nuke...
Flak is just worse. Yeah. The nuke is pretty ridiculous. Who do you think is more oppressive as a character, Flack or Mose?
Oppressive? Mose. The thing is, Flack is literally just cannot be killed. Mose is, hey look, nuke.
The reason that Flack can't be killed, by the way, you're talking about the, like, shadow thingy, right? The thing where he goes invisible,
No,
and he
I'm not
makes all
talking
of his
about that.
shots. Which one are you talking about?
I'm talking about the fact that he has like 5 different regeneration perks.
He does have a lot of regeneration. But
And then a pet that gives him regeneration.
the reason that I've always thought that he was OP is because there's a perk that Flack has that... So one of his abilities, because everyone has 3, one of his abilities is to make his shots critical shots, right? So any gun he fires, no matter where it hits on this person, it's like getting a headshot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a thing that he can get to augment that, to change it from 3 shots with super high critical to as many shots as you can get off with a bit of a lower critical. Still helping, but a bit lower. But if you give him a Jacobs like pistol or something and just sit him in front of an enemy and start shooting, all those bullets go everywhere.
Oh, I forgot about that part.
Door's a dangerous place.
It's
Grenade mob
insane.
comes
Because all
I've
bullets
emptied-
ricochet if they're a Jacobs that hits a headshot.
Or it's not a headshot, it's critical.
to your funeral.
So just any time that you hit an enemy,
Who's firing the laser? Oh, that's you. Yeah, I should have figured.
boy, this is a way harder version of playing Mose.
The railgun.
Yeah.
The sit there for 5 minutes and then finally fire a single bullet that can either obliterate everything or literally hit nothing.
I gotta be honest, I think Mose's grenades are the best.
I think the flamethrower, I think the fist can be really good.
Which one is the fist?
The bear fist,
Which tree is it under?
it's under the flamethrower tree.
Well, the flamethrower is not one of them.
What?
There's the grenade launcher, the minigun, and the railgun.
Minigun
The
then.
flamethrower
Flamethrower's-
augments something.
Turning our way.
Flamethrower, oh,
Killer,
wait.
you're with me.
I can't look at your tree.
Yeah,
I
the
just forgot.
salamander. The salamander.
But no, the bear claw is like on that same tree, I think.
Dream come true.
Orange tree?
I didn't realize how big of a target.
Green tree.
We got attacked.
Oh, orange tree then. Orange tree has the bear.
Before it ever
Bear claw thing.
Now they're all under
Yeah,
one man.
yeah, it is. Bare fist.
Yeah,
That's the railgun tree.
The children of the vault.
that's a good one because it can grab enemies
take a
and
look
pull them
around.
towards you.
Their leaders are the Calypso twins, and their followers worship them like gods.
Oh, we're playing the game? I was looking at my skill tree.
I will say the character animations are good at least.
Slaughtering anyone who gets
Yeah, the game looks fine. The
And-
character redesigns are strange.
Doing that is equivalent to ground pounding in it's not damaging, but it is equivalent to ground pounding in the pre-sequel. The ground pounding
No,
in
you
this
can
game is stupid.
There's stuff that there
Makes
are
it
things
damage, right.
that make it do damage, yeah.
But it doesn't on its own do damage. This is dumb. I never used that.
Use what?
The ground pound in this game.
True,
It's
because
so
in the
situational.
pre-sequel you can do the ground pound literally wherever, right?
Yeah, you can
'Cause
just,
it's
double
it's
jump,
part of
fly
that
into
game.
the air, and then ground pound. Here, you need to find a ledge you can jump off of.
not gonna keep us
So
silent.
who's doing anything with that? Because it's way more time to go up to a ledge, get shot, and then do that.
I'll stand
It's a useless mechanic. They should have just not included it and just had it be this. And just put
Or just
damage behind
include
that.
it-
Just make it able
or
to
just-
trip enemies or something.
Here's an idea. I feel like this isn't a stretch for Borderlands. Instead of giving us, I don't know,
The Oz kit.
instead of giving us insane stuff, give us like a, hey, we've come up with this little booster that'll help you get around places. And it just enables you to double jump.
If they actually just put in, like, basically the Oz kit, but without the oxygen part, I would be so happy.
Map.
Sorry, what were we supposed to be watching? I wasn't caring or paying attention.
It's really hard to pay attention in this game.
Yeah. It's because you want to keep going, but the game's like, stop, watch this thing that you
guys gotta care about the story. It's like, you know what the best part about Borderlands stories are? You tell the stories 90% of the time through the fucking EchoNet, and not through stupid cutscenes like this. They are cutscenes. Alright, I'm not gonna... I genuinely think that it's the same thing as a cutscene. When they just have you stand there while a character opens a door. Mason, I have a question.
Yes.
Probably gets that ship working soon.
If you had to play one Borderlands game forever, like, you can't play any of the other ones, you just gotta play that one, which Borderlands game are you picking?
Pre-sequel.
You know what? Me too, honestly. I know that that's probably weird, because the pre-sequel is supposed to be like the bad one. I've never understood that.
It's not that bad.
I don't know why people think it's a bad game. I truly don't.
Because they were expecting Borderlands 3, and what they got was the pre-sequel, which is... They never
Borderlands
advertised it as
2.5.
Borderlands 3.
It's definitely a Borderlands 2.5. I would never argue against that. But I'd argue that almost doesn't matter.
Exactly.
God, I will never forget how funny it is to play Borderlands 1. Me and my dad played Borderlands 1 on a whim. We like rented it from a Blockbuster. And I will never forget that me and him accidentally walked into like a psycho camp where there was some level 10 psycho and we're level 2 and we don't know how to play the game. And we spent 5 hours trying to kill the psycho, just off and on dying. Do you know if you run out of money at the like respawn things, they just stop charging you money?
Really?
You know, we haven't talked about the skills very much, because me and you have complained a lot about those.
Yeah.
Let's kill the Skaggs first.
Well, you want to hear another issue with the skills? Oh, excuse me, sorry,
Sure.
I had a little bit of a burp. A lot of them are literally just stolen from other characters, including action skills.
Other characters, like, outside of Borderlands?
No, other characters in previous Borderlands games. Like, I get that people will be like,
Okay.
oh, but Axton is basically,
Roland?
Is basically Roland. It's like, yeah, but one, Axton's turrets act differently, deploy differently, and have entirely different skills, including never having a healing ability.
True. They're definitely, like, Axton is meant to do damage.
Roland is meant for support.
Otherwise, he wouldn't have a shield attached to it.
Exactly.
Or have medic skills, like... It's fine to have turret-based characters. Mason, are you fucking shitting me? Not yours, douche.
Okay, give me a moment. I'll throw it out. Jeez. There. The invisibility in this game is literally just zeros. It's
Zero.
literally just a
Yes.
worse version of zeros. It does pretty much
So
exactly
it's-
what zeros does. It's just a worse version.
Critical increase. Okay, so you know what? Let's do a thought process here. Let's pick out all of their skills and figure out where they're taken from. And let's start with, let's say, Zane. Zane has a shield similar to like Roland, or
Yeah, but
I'd
that
say
shield
Roland
is
is the
crap
closest
because
comparison.
it barely blocks anything. It doesn't last very long, and that's all it does is just shield.
Zane has a drone, which is basically Bloodhawk.
Damn it.
It's at least different.
The Sun Smasher's camp.
Bloodwing.
Looks like the COV got
True.
there first. Don't let them
Bloodwing,
leave
you're
with
right.
the map, killer.
Well, we could either go turn in the quest or just kill everything.
I say let's murder.
Alright. Zane's drone is very similar to Bloodwing, but it's not the same. So
Yeah.
it's kind of in the middle. And then
It's like Axton. It's similar, but it made sure it was different.
what's Zane's last one?
Well, Zane has 2 more, because there's 4 of them now.
Right. What are the other 2?
The Digiclone, which is kind of like Jack, but they actually made it extremely different.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna say this. I think that no matter how different they make it mechanically, it is still the same thing.
No, it's actually different, because Jack gets a ton of them, I get 1. There's almost no chance they'll fire at a Digiclone other than to try to kill it. This thing cannot die. It's only there for distraction. But it can deal some damage. And eventually I can swap places with it. Yeah, it's a bit more like Zero's, except it can actually fight. It's like a mixture of Zero's and Jack's.
I still don't think that makes it great though, because it's just doing 2 different things.
True. Can Zero swap with his? Ow. There we go.
There's a part of me that wants to say I remember that being an ability, but I can't be for sure. What's Zane's 4th one? I don't know any of the DLC ones.
It's the shoulder cannon.
Which is another turret, right?
It's not really a turret, it's more like I just get an extra rocket launcher that I don't have to carry.
I mean, that's fairly unique. I wouldn't say that I know of any other Borderlands characters that have like a shoulder-mounted cannon.
I think it might be what's his name?
Oh, you know what? That's who his drones are. Exactly, they're Wilhelm.
Yeah, Wilhelm. So the drone is just Wilhelm.
I totally forgot about him.
Yeah, Wilhelm has a shoulder-mounted cannon, and it's not even his action skill, it's just a side ability. Amara
the shoulder-mounted cannon is that. She gets a phase lock.
Yeah, she just gets phase lock, but they slightly changed the name, so it's totally different.
And then they've got the one that she goes up into the air and slams into the ground.
Which can also be a laser for some reason.
So she's got her ground pound. She's got a phase lock.
She's got the stupid new orb ability, which literally is so useless that it gets caught on everything and you can't move it around for more than like 2 seconds before it gets caught on something and won't move anymore.
Guys, this is not funny.
And then she's got...
Doesn't she have one where she like throws a fist?
Yes, it's the line of fists. It's not the slamming into the ground one, it's the one where she makes like a line of fists come out of the ground.
I thought that was her phase lock one.
No. It's slightly different in that it's... it's the astral projection. She sends a copy of herself forward that deals damage, and eventually you can make it where it's instead of that astral projection, it's just you punch the ground and a line of fists goes up and punch everything into the air.
You know what? Hers are relatively creative. For her character, those are relatively creative. None of the other sirens can do anything other than the phase lock, which is just stolen.
Yes.
Oh my god, I hate this goddamn character.
Wasn't he fun in Tales of Borderlands?
Kind of. Because the joke was funny in Tales of Borderlands. In Tales of Borderlands, this guy was like a straight-laced accountant, right? And then he comes to Borderland, and throughout the story, he becomes free-willed and leader of a bandit gang, all that stuff. It's a kind of an interesting story.
Right.
In this one, he's just a silly, stupid person who's in way too much of this game. Amara has relatively unique ones. I feel like they kind of knew what they were doing with her when they made that character. They're like, oh, we'll do this stuff, and then made a character based off of it. You know?
Oh, and then Flack has invisibility, the weird vortex thing that powers up his pet, which is new and actually kind of interesting, and I like that one for being original.
Yeah.
But then he also has barely an ultimate. let me just throw out some racks at an enemy. Pew pew.
Oh yeah, the racks, which is Bloodwing, effectively.
So, you took over that COV propaganda center all by your little self?
Except
They
worse.
have me outnumbered 20 to 1.
It is
Odds
worse.
for that.
What is the last one? What's his like DLC one?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't have any of those.
I don't even remember it. I only remember the pet. But that by the way, don't forget that most of the DLC trees, skill trees, are pretty much just me or another character can already do this 10 times better in a different skill tree.
I'm gonna look it up real quick because it's gonna
I've said
bother
that
me if I
before,
can't
right?
find it. Yeah, that all of the skill trees kind of feel hollow.
Well, the new skill trees feel like they're literally just, hey, we know this character / other character can already do this, like, but we're gonna make this one able to do it at a much lower level. Or, like, much lower ability to do so.
Let's go meet up with the fire.
Does that make sense?
I think so. Gravity snare.
Bandits don't need gods. We worship a hot fire and a charred piece of
Stuns nearby enemies.
Like, basically what I mean is, if Flak can regenerate so much that no one can ever kill him, Amara gets a skill tree, or Zane will get a skill tree where it's basically, ha, you won't die for 2 more seconds. Because you're gonna regenerate that poorly. That's what all of
Did you
these
hear what I said
DLC
about-
skill trees are. What was it?
Did you hear what I said about Flack's other skill? I looked it up.
No.
It's gravity snare.
Stole the spy.
I wonder if
Basically,
it's
it just
edited.
throws out a trap that it just throws out a trap that stuns enemies. I don't know how good it is functionally, but that's what it is.
It's at least kind of original, I guess.
I mean, you could make the argument that it's kind of ripping off the phase lock mechanic.
That's true. Basically a worse phase lock.
Kinda. I mean, it sounded like it. Pulls in enemies. Oh man, I think that's actually a version of phase lock that, like, is it orb or something. What's the last character? We're forgetting a character.
No, it's Mose, Zane, Amara, and Flak.
Moses Iron Bear's relatively unique.
I like it.
I mean, I
like
would
the
almost
fact-
say that
I
you
think
could.
Iron Bear is built the best. Because it's one
Oh my
action
God, Mason.
skill. What?
I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna show you.
No, it's the Infinity already?
Yeah.
We found it all... They have a shittier version of that gun that's literally just another Infinity.
Here it is. Here's the legendary Infinity pistol.
Yeah, and then they actually... Why are you... What the... You are not looking the way you're firing on my screen. Yeah, you're like firing off to the side. These weird little lasers. You're firing
those
in the
little
wrong
lasers.
direction.
Those lasers are one of Moses' skills.
I'm not joking. When you fire straight forward on my screen, you're firing like 30 degrees to your right. But yeah, the fact that they also have a crappier version that's a knockoff of the Infinity in this game, instead of
That
just...
purple gun?
It's blue. It's the Chad, I think. You remember that, right?
No, I don't.
It's the thrill-seeking dude on the Jacob's planet. And you put him on the rocket elevator and he flies off into space and dies.
I don't think I've done that mission.
How have you not? That's how I get the...
God, this fucking gun, Mason. This is such a broken gun to have at level 4.
Usually they just have it be terrible damage in exchange for infinite bullets. Hey Evan, since you can get ammo regeneration, can I have that gun?
What are you talking about, Mason?
Are you not going
I'm
to go
never
down
letting
the
go.
ammo? You're not going to go down the ammo regeneration route?
No, I'm not letting go of the trigger until
Oh my-
I have to.
Oh no. This is gonna be the rest of the game. Just you firing that non-stop. Oh no.
It's not my fault they put a legendary pistol in the first vending machine in the game. That is the first weapons vending machine, Mason. That's it.
I'm aware.
It's like, this is the best way that I can think of explaining this. It's like if you played Pokemon Emerald, and in the first area you got to catch Rayquaza.
You want to hear something funny?
At level 3.
I've done that in a randomizer. It was
that's a
Kyogre,
randomizer.
though. It was Kyogre, though.
Hey Mason, next time you play Pokemon Fire Red, get ready. You're gonna catch Mewtwo at level 3 right next to Pallet Town.
Why are gun skins a thing?
No, I don't know.
They're
It's
not.
kind of cool being able to customize heads and, like,
Calypsos get that
skins, but gun skins are stupid.
It's a long ride.
Gun skins are so
Because the whole...
dumb. They rarely ever look good, too.
There you go, Mason.
Where is
Enjoy your legendary pistol.
Where'd it go?
I just dropped it.
It is not
Oh,
here.
I didn't drop it. Sorry. Wrong button.
Sweet.
Fucking unbelievable. I'm so mad about that.
I love this gun.
It's a great gun.
I
It's a
have
great
fun-
gun, especially...
I have fond memories of it from Borderlands 2.
Gage's Anarchy is one of the hardest things for me to do because I'm such like a... I fired one bullet, I need to reload person.
Oh yeah, I had to train myself out of that. Who needs to aim when I can just... forever?
You know what? I'll never not argue that that gun is really fun, but I will argue that you shouldn't be able to have it at level 4.
True, even in Borderlands 2 it's locked to a mission that you can't get until like level 15.
I let the map slip into the hands of culty psychopaths.
And even
now the whole
then,
galaxy's
its damage
dangerous.
is crap.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Like, that's pretty high damage that you're holding for around this time in the game.
Apology push-ups.
Oh yeah, 25, that's comparable to a Jacobs. At this level. And Jacobs is all about high damage, low everything else. Except accuracy.
High damage, nothing
high
else.
accuracy, low everything else.
Yeah.
Legendary grenade! No. That'd be so dumb.
Their faces are so strange in this game.
Yeah,
All their
they're not
faces
the-
are animated really weird.
They didn't bring back... Like, they didn't even try to mimic some of the character models. Because if you put them side by side, they look nothing alike. Lilith, at best,
Very true.
looks like her own cousin.
Then I'll set you up with a catch ride.
Wow.
Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, weapon skins just don't work, especially for legendary guns, where usually they have a design that you want to see. Oh yeah, fun fact, for all of you who don't know, this gun fires in a infinity symbol pattern. It's a little hard to tell because the gun does sway, but like, especially if you're up close, but like if you back up, you can see it a bit better. So I just listened to a thing and it reminded me of one of the biggest critiques about this game's story.
Oh my god. Yeah, what's up?
Everybody's always like, Lilith is such a great leader, but it's like, how did A, Lilith lose the vault map, and B, not be able to find it in like 5 years? Or, it's been like 2 to 5 years since Borderlands 2.
I
Evan?
think they explained the map thing. I think they got lost during that weird DLC that was
Yeah.
free for like 2 months and then you had to pay for it.
Yes, it got lost during that, but why couldn't they find it in like 2 years?
That doesn't make sense. I'll admit that doesn't make sense. I mean, I've told you. I know I have. I know I told you my biggest critique with the whole.
That's nothing against
Lilith
Lilith. I
thing in
love
this game.
I love Lilith as a character. It's just they
I
don't.
do
It
too.
doesn't feel like they do any characters from any game, this game or the previous, justice in this game.
I completely agree. I think Brick and Mordecai get sidelined so hard for no fucking reason. Literally none. There's no reason to do it to them. But my main thing
Had
with
to do it
Lilith,
to
I
him.
know I've told you this before. Shut up. I know I've told you this before, is how they go through the game saying Lilith is cool, she's our leader. She's not doing good because she lost her powers, and we're all sad for her, but she's so cool and badass despite the fact that she lost her powers. But Lilith does nothing in the game. Your characters do all of the work in the game, and yet you get sidelined for Lilith at the end of the game. Lilith gets to be the hero, despite the fact that she hasn't done anything, and you, the player, don't get to be in any of the cutscenes or be the hero. It's insane, and it pisses me off.
The thing is, in
Why would
Borderlands
you-
2, you did most of the work, yes, but A, you were the heroes that everybody was like, wow, look, they did it. And B,
Handsome Jack wanted to kill you.
Yes, but B, other characters were still doing things even when you weren't there. Roland was on a mission the first time you go to save him.
Lilith was being the Firehawk.
Exactly. Brick was being the
Slab King.
Yeah, the Slab King. Here it's like, yeah, unless you're there,
Mordecai
nobody
was
does
still
anything.
out on missions. Yeah.
Mordecai
No one
was
does
not
anything
only
unless
out
you're
on
there.
missions, he was out raising a... Or no, he wasn't at that point. He was out keeping an eye on the animals and trying to keep them safe from Jack's experimentation.
It's insane. And I've always been pissed off. I mean, I don't know. I guess at this point I don't care if I spoil this game, because if anyone hasn't played this game, it's been out for like 2 years. Killing Maya in this game is an insane thing that they did. It makes no sense whatsoever. From the story perspective, it's just a death that's there to kill something that the player will care about.
It's like every death during the
Maya.
final... It's like every death during the final war arc of Bleach. It's just there to be there. It's not even, like, emotional. Characters literally just die and they go, oh wow, you're dead? Okay, guess that's a thing.
What's annoyed me about Maya's death, in addition to the from our perspectives, mine and yours, nonsense that is her death, it doesn't need to be here, is also the fact that the death scene is watched by the character. You, the character, watch the death scene.
So,
But yet,
a lot
you
of...
don't get to do a single fucking thing to help.
A lot of people are like, oh, but you were still in the vault. But it's like, no, you weren't. They show you... Like, they literally show you as if you're coming out of the vault in POV.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's really stupid that you don't get to help, and it's possibly just as stupid that they didn't think a beloved character, because Maya is probably, I'd say, the second most, if not the first most favorite character from Borderlands 2. You know, it's Maya and Zero. Those are the two that people love.
Yes.
They're killing them off, and they don't do it in a way that feels satisfying.
Well, they
It
don't
just
kill
feels
off
like
Zero.
True, they don't kill off Zero. Two things, Mason. First
Yes.
off, Peridot is having a blast right now watching me drive this car. She is just staring at the TV. Second thing, do you remember in Borderlands 1
Oh my god.
how...
Did you see that?
Just park your car there.
No.
I hit the ground and for some reason I bounced and flipped.
Oh, jeez. Do you remember how in Borderlands 1, if you hit anything with your car, it exploded?
Yes.
Mason, I'm stuck.
All right,
How did
now
you-
register with a catch ride so you can deconstruct a new one whenever you want. Just in case you
It's
get a Pandora's
clipping.
flat, meaning your car
You
explodes.
clipped it in between that. It's gonna explode. It's gonna explode. Get away. Oh, one thing I really like about this game, though.
I ain't as concerned with the
Can you guess what it is? Let me give you a hint.
Ellie got you rolling? Always does.
What could I be hinting at? I
Head
wonder.
to the Holy Broadcast Center and find that map.
I don't know.
Evan, can you really not guess?
The one thing in this game that you enjoy?
Another thing I really enjoy in this game. I'm giving you a hint right now.
You're standing on top of this thing.
Yeah, the
Oh,
vehicles.
is it the fact... You
Yeah,
like
that
the vehicles in this game?
I love that you can modify the vehicles and stuff.
That is a cool feature. I really like this like solo tire spinny vehicle. I think that's probably my favorite.
Man, you're a great driver.
Mason, you have to understand that my game is lagging.
Hate the Calypso twist.
Like, I'm driving and it's doing...
They con fans at Pandora with promises of death cars and meat storms and blood saunas. Good stuff, right? I mean, even my
What?
client fell for it.
Cause you're just like swerving
I've never
back
seen
and
the
forth,
Calypsos
like
myself, but
not
they must
lagging
be
at
the
all
most
on mine.
terrifying, bloodthirsty psychopaths Pandora's ever seen.
Hey, I found a loot tink. Come here, you little
Kill him.
son of a
Where
bitch.
is he? Kill him.
I'm pretty sure he just dropped a legendary gun, Mason.
Did he really? By the way, that'll be our second
Yeah.
legendary that we found before he did.
Oh my god.
We found 2
I'm picking it
legendaries
up.
before reaching even level 10. What is it?
It's a pistol. It's a...
I think I
let's see the name of
recognize it. Let's see what else
It's
he drops.
Unending Magnificent.
No other legendaries, but some greens. This is what I would expect for our level. But we have found 2 legendaries already.
Did we play Borderlands pre-sequel and 2 with him?
It was mostly 2, but yeah, we did play pre-sequel as well.
With his, like, maxed out character, and he was just farming legendary guns?
Yeah, he would only ever farm, and then it was like, wow, you guys want to play the game? How about I just kill everything for you? And it's like, no, dude, come on.
Me and you, I had, like, a level 45 character. You
I
had,
had a level 30
higher
something.
than that. I thought you were higher than me.
No, I was lower.
Okay. But me and you
But-
both had, like, we had just finished the game characters.
He
and
walked
he's rocking
into a-
out maxed character.
He walked, it wasn't max, but it was high enough where he walked into a raid boss, fired 1 shot, and killed the raid boss. Whee! I do love the slide, though. The slide is so much fun. I use it all the time.
Hey Mason, you know how
What?
we were talking about how we both enjoy playing other Borderlands games more?
Yeah.
I had a feeling that in the next couple days, one of us would be like, you want to play Borderlands pre-sequel? So I re-downloaded the Handsome Jack collection. just to stave, just to hedge my bets.
I bet you didn't expect me to ask about 3, though.
No, 3 was weird, because you don't love 3 very much.
No, I'm not a big fan of it.
Do you think that this game... Oh, we gotta go rob him. He's got one of the mods.
Oh, let me hop off then. You corner him, I'll grab it. I hopped off way too early.
Do you think this game should have been open world?
I don't know if that would have fixed anything. Any of
I
our
guess it's
complaints.
any of our gripes, sure. But I just think it's weird. You know how there's like the Moxie side missions, and there's the side missions that Ellie gives you, like, grab this car. I just think that those are kind of weird missions.
Ow. I don't mind them too much. I wish they had just, instead of being like challenges, been actual, like, a giant side mission. Whoa, we're getting that this early? Okay. Let's go scan it. I feel like it would have been easier to keep track if they had just done it as, like, an entire game-long side mission, or, like, individual planet side missions instead of just basically planet challenges.
Oh, like, one of the planets is specifically Moxie's, like, side quests. Another one of them is specifically
No, like...
claptraps.
No, like, there would just be, like, a version of those side quests on each planet.
I don't think I know what you mean. Like, every planet has different ones.
Yeah, because in the previous Borderlands games, there would be similar missions that you would do in different locations. But they would be like, this mission, and then they would have the name of the location attached.
Oh, yeah, I think I see what you mean.
So just, I feel like doing that would make it a little easier to keep track of if you have them completed, but I don't think... I don't mind those missions as much. Because they encourage exploration, which helps people get more attached to some of the planets.
I do think that those missions are really good for encouraging you to explore. I just don't know what the benefits of them are. Like, what do they actually do?
It's pretty much just money, and experience points.
I can't, man. We can't start talking about Typhon de Leon. I will lose my shit. I hate that character too much.
I think the lore is fine. I wish if they were actually going to have him be part of the story, they had made those missions in any way, like, mandatory to unlock the... Instead of getting the fake ending, make the true ending actually need to be unlocked by finding all of them.
There's a fake ending?
Yeah, remember they do the whole fake credits and then they're like, just kidding, and then they continue the game?
Right, I do remember that.
Just in the
Which
game
is
there,
strange.
unless you find all of the Typhon de Leon things. And then they will actually play a good part in the story. Instead of just being there and like, he can show up out of nowhere and you'll be like, sorry, who the fuck is this person?
Like, I've heard some people say online, like, why is it that Typhon de Leon is supposed to be this super badass dude and then he shows up and he's like this?
Because that's the
But
joke.
that's not the point. That is A, supposed to be the joke, and B, he's still probably badass.
Yeah,
I
are
don't
you
think-
kidding me? There are plenty of characters who, like, don't necessarily match what you would think and are super badass.
It's like the
Gage?
But what has always bothered me personally about Typhon de Leon is the fact that, like, he's supposed to be this super, like, important figure for Vault Hunters. Like, all the Vault Hunters want to be like him because he found First Vault and he was a super cool adventurer and explorer. But they just made him up for this game, so he's never brought up before, and his absence in the previous games is strange to me. It's like
Especially
in...
since in 2 they talk as if the Borderlands 1 crew were the first people to find to open a vault.
Yeah, like, opening the vault on Pandora did such crazy stuff, but for whatever reason, Typhon de Leon, like, did everything before we got there. It's almost like taking away from the significance of what your characters did in Borderlands 1, which is sad for me. It would have been interesting if they had brought that up. Like, if they had brought up Lilith being like, wait, I thought we were the first ones to open up a vault.
Yeah, she never comments on it. From what I remember. Could be wrong, though. Could be wrong.
I meant to bring this up to you, because I want to know your opinion on this, because I was mentioning earlier that I looked at through all the DLC, and we talked about the passes a little bit, and how I think it's weird to give out 2 season passes, but I wanted to see your opinion on this. Every single Borderlands DLC in all of the games, in my opinion, are more fun than playing through the entire story.
I'm personally gonna say not for Borderlands 2. But I will say for the pre-sequel.
I think that the Borderlands 2 DLC is just as fun as the story, because that game has a really fun story. I mean, in this game and in Borderlands 2, I have more fun personally playing through the DLC than I do the main story. Because the main story is always kind of this, like, serious stuff, you know, like, oh, save Pandora, da-da-da-da-da, serious. I don't know why I said da-da-da, it's like the Snoop Dogg song, da-da-da-da-da, it's the motherfucking G-O-double-D.
D-O-double-G.
Yeah.
Come on.
Did I not say that?
You said G-O-double-D.
Oh, I should have. Yeah, I know what I meant to say.
Snoop God?
Snoop God.
Evan, know the trap.
Krieg's DLC is also fun to play.
In this
I don't know
game,
if you've played that one.
I have not. I've only played Moxie's, but I adore that DLC because it brings back one of my favorite characters. Hey, what's up?
It does. You love Jack.
I love Timothy. His name is Timothy. Call him by his real name.
You're right. That's my bad.
He's a good boy.
I love Moxie. I think Moxie... What?
Just laughing at my he's a good boy.
He's a good boy. I think Moxie started out kind of a stupid character who was just like, hi, I'm the hot girl. And I think they did some stuff with her that I think was fun. But Krieg's DLC is fun.
I feel bad for thinking that. I want it like that one on principle, but unless I play it and have fun, I'm gonna think it's dumb purely because it ripped off a previous DLC and everybody was like, oh my god, it's so amazing and original.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that it's amazing and original, because there's been thousands of games that have played with that concept before. Like, I would even say that it's a little reminiscent of, like, the Shivering Isles DLC in Oblivion, like the concept of playing with mental health like that. I don't know if I'm talking on my ass about that, but like without a doubt, it's ripping off Claptrap. But it was fun to play.
I don't know. There's just something more interesting about being inside a robot's head because you somehow get these amazing imagination areas, and then also, here's the purely programming areas.
I don't disagree with that it might be more fun to be inside the robot head. I just always liked Krieg. I enjoyed playing as Krieg, and so it was kind of cool to see Krieg, I guess.
Okay, that's interesting. What you drinking?
Coke. Could you hear me sip?
No, I can hear you open the cans.
Oh, sorry. Mason, I don't really want to play Borderlands 3 anymore.
Already? You've hit it already?
I feel like I'm not doing anything, and all I can think of in my head is like, man, Torg's DLC is really fun in Borderlands 2. Tiny Tina's is also so much fun. It's so cool that they made such fun DLCs.
Are you saying you're not having fun, Evan?
I'm having as much fun as I can. I'm having as much fun as the game allows me to have.
Hey, a purple.
Hey, look at that, a purple gun in the fucking toilet.
Well,
Oh
yes,
my
it's
God.
made rarer by the amount of feces left on it. Watch me play the organ. Tink, 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 tink. Amazing.
They have
aren't
a lot
I?
of big shield enemies in this game.
Yeah.
Is
At
this
least
one
he
of the
doesn't
enemies
actually have, like, a giant shield.
Is this one of the enemies that gets a brief invincibility phase?
Yes.
Don't we love that, Mason?
It's so much fun. There it is.
Yep. 30 seconds into the fight. We've talked about that a fair bit at length too, about how invincible parts in fight
does not make them more fun.
They can work in some games. In some games they can work.
Ow.
You know, and there's bosses in like The Witcher that I can understand because you have to just worry about dodging, and there's the ability to dodge in that game, right? So it kind of makes sense in that way. What I don't get is in Borderlands, the running and gunning game, why they make you just stop playing the game for 5 seconds.
Oh, look, a legendary.
Seriously?
No. But I knew it would get you, like... I knew it would get you.
You act like that's a surprising thing to happen. Like we
It's
don't
not,
have
and that's
3
the
of
best
them.
part.
Do you want his killing word gun?
Isn't that a pistol?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good.
So I offered the Sun Smashers a place in our family. They just
I got this.